everyone. So today we're going to be looking at how you would convert 3D units. And we're going to start with an example of converting object that is in cubic inches, and we want to figure out the cubic feet. So in this example, we need to figure out First, let's figure out what is the volume in inches, because this is a pot. I'm going to plant a plant in my pot, and I need to figure out how much soil I need. So first I'm going to measure my pot, and it's 18 inches by 18 inches by 18 inches. So it's a length, width, and a depth, which is how tall or its height of this pot. So if I figure out the cubic inches of this pot, I would do my 18 inches times 18 inches times 18 inches, which gives me 5,832 inches cubed. So I know that this pot has a volume of 5,832 inches cubed, but my soil that I need to get is only sold in cubic feet. So this is where I would want to convert it. So I know that 12 inches is 1 foot, or there are 12 inches in a foot. So in order to figure that out, I'm going to convert my units from inches to feet. So I'm going to do that by dividing my 18 inches by 12 feet. So by 12 inches to get 1.5 foot. So I have my conversion now. 18 divided by 12 is 1.5 feet, or guess I can change that, but okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and figure out what is the volume in cubic feet for my pot. So I'm going to do 1.5 times 1.5 times 1.5, and that comes out to be 3.375 cubic feet. So I know that in order to have enough soil, I need to at least have a little over 3 cubic feet of soil for my pot that I can then plant my little plant in. And that is how we would convert our inches to feet. So I know that I have 12 inches in a foot. And so if I have my measurement here, I can divide that by my 12 and get my measurement in feet, and then go ahead and figure out doing my multiplication, length times width times the height or depth, and figure out the cubic feet for that. Now let's look at another 3D unit problem. And in this problem, we're going to look at a pool. So I have a pool here, and it's empty, and I want to be able to fill it up with water. So first, I'm going to look at my pool and measure it. So I have my measurements are in meters. I have a 5 meter by 10 meter by 1 meter in depth pool. So we're going to first look at what would be the cubic meters of this pool. If I'm just doing meters, I would do my length times my width times my depth. So I did 5 times 10 times 1. So when I calculate that out, that gives me 50 cubic meters. So that's how much water or volume can fit inside of this pool. But let's say that I want to figure out how much cubic centimeters would that be, just to kind of figure out this in centimeters. Because maybe I have to put some chemicals in my pool, and the chemicals go by cubic centimeters, so I would need both measurements in order to put the right amount of chemicals inside of my pool. So I have to have these cubic centimeters as well. So I know that 1 meter is the same as 100 centimeters. So I'm going to go ahead and do my conversions for each of these meters. So I have 5 meters here. I'm going to multiply that by my 100 centimeters, which gives me 500 centimeters. So if I were to change this measurement right here and convert it, it would actually be 500 centimeters. And then I have my 1 meter in depth. I'm going to multiply that by 100 centimeters, which is 100 centimeters. And then I have my length of 10 meters, and I'm going to multiply that by my 100 centimeters, which is going to give me 1,000 centimeters. So now we have our conversions. We can now calculate the cubic centimeters of the pool, which this is going to be a bigger calculation. So we might need some help with that, but we can figure that out. 500 times 100 times 1,000 is going to give us 50 million cubic centimeters. And then I can figure out how much chemicals I need to make sure my pool is going to be safe and fun to swim in. So there's lots of different ways or reasons why we might need to convert our 3D units and solve different types of problems that are going to help us figure out some different things we might need to do, like with these examples of the pool, or maybe you're gardening and